Hey, what's going on, y'all? I know this is definitely impromptu, but man, I want to make sure I got this video off. I tried to do a live stream last night and it did not come out too well, not like it was supposed to. So, yeah, we are here. So we are definitely going to try this again. um, yeah, man, we're gonna try this again. We're gonna try this again with we are not on site, we are off site when it's coming to this CES. If you're not familiar with CES, this is the Consumer Electronics Show that's out in Las Vegas. Yes, it's out in Las Vegas. It's definitely one of the biggest electronic events of the year. And man, I was trying to get out to it, but I couldn't make it. But definitely next year, I'm definitely looking forward to providing that coverage on the channel. So there's just a few products that I want to talk about. There are tons of electronics um, that people, um, well, there's tons of electronics that companies that they review and that they pull out. Cases, computers, phones, smart homes, cars, all type of stuff. So I just want to talk about some computer stuff tonight. And the first thing that we're going to start off with is AMD. But before we do that, if this is your first time here, welcome. Here we do everything tech, all things tech, whatever it is, we like to do it. And man, if you are a returning viewer, I appreciate you the most because you keep everything going. So without further ado, let's get into some of this content. Here, of course, you know, we do reviews, we do tech builds, we do pretty much everything tech, gameplay, all that good stuff. So when it comes to there's been some major announcements that was made by AMD. And if you are catching this stream live right now, definitely hit me down in the chat. Let me know what the video looks like, the audio. I just want to make sure because I've been having some issues over the past couple of days. So let me know if one, that you can actually see the chat. Two, okay, Tyler Watts, I see you down in the chat. So you helped me with so much. Yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Oh, the video and audio looks great, man. You have no idea how much that helps me. I definitely I kind of also changed the way I've done my mic, so I actually have it coming from the bottom, so it's not hanging over my head anymore. So hopefully that looks better. Hey, what's up, Clay? Hey, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the feedback. Man, anytime that you all can support a brother, help a brother out, man, I appreciate it, man, because yeah, you know, it gets tough around these parts. This will not be a long video, but you know, I like talking with y'all. Yeah, I know I like talking about tech stuff. If you want to keep up with me, make sure that you follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and also Instagram. It's going to be at Wilcreatives. You can catch me there. Down in the description, you should see the link, the invite link for Discord. I'm always there. You could pretty much catch me anytime in Discord. And I definitely apologize about the plosives. I got to get a windscreen for my mic. But yeah, you could catch me down in Discord for all, you know, pretty much not 24/7, but majority of the time, majority of the day, I'm answering, you know, questions, or we talking back and forth about gaming, computer builds, and all that stuff. So hey, make sure that you follow me on Discord. We're building up the community there. So let's get into some of this AMD news. We definitely these are official AMD slides that they used at CES. I actually got this from a non-tech website. So let's just get into it real quick. So the first things first, they announced some new processors, and these are specifically for laptops. So we have the AMD Ryzen 4000 U series, premium performance for ultra thin laptops. So these are like your LG grams, if you're familiar with that. The real skinny laptops. The most important processor on this list is going to be the AMD Ryzen 4800U. That's the Ryzen 7. That's 8 cores, 16 threads. And let me tell you something. That's absolutely amazing. And the reason why it's amazing because this is pretty much going to be the first set of laptops supplied by AMD. That's going to be 8 cores and 16 threads. And I can't tell you how phenomenal that is, because you're talking about desktop quality performance and being able to do things that you normally wouldn't be able to do on an actual laptop. And you basically taking, you're able to take that power with you pretty much wherever you go. And if you look on down the list, you have 8 cores, 8 threads, 6 cores, 12 threads, and so on and so forth. But that is phenomenal. And the next slide here is actually just shows you a little bit about the single threaded performance, Cinebench R20, which is a benchmarking tool, multi-thread performance, and then the graphics performance. And they're comparing this to the actual new 10 series Intel chips. Usually when it comes to these comparisons, I take it with a grain of salt. I don't get too deep into it, and the reason being is because until you get these things in hand, then you can be able to tell the exact difference that's in it, and be able to do some of the comparisons for yourself. So I definitely plan on getting some new Ryzen laptops that's going to be coming out the first half of this year. Next slide here, it talks about let's see, top tier gaming. I don't know, with laptops like this, I don't know if gaming will be a major focus, but I believe that's something that you could definitely possibly do. And it shows here Dota 2, Fortnite, League of Legends, Rocket League, Overwatch. And this is at 1080p low settings. And then here's the actual chips that I'm actually looking forward to. And just give me 1 second, y'all. Trying to post something in the Discord. Okay, so here's some of the chips that I'm actually looking forward to. This is the Ryzen 4000H series. Now, this is definitely talking about giving you the ultimate performance in sleek, modern gaming and creative laptops. These are the real deal laptops. 4800H is what I'm looking forward to. 8 cores, 16 threads, 4.2 gigahertz boost, 2.9 gigahertz base, 12 megabytes of cache. It has integrated graphics. So it says graphics core 1600 megahertz, 45 watt TDP. That's important when it comes to battery life and also thermals. So yeah, that's desktop performance. And we're going to look at a couple of slides that's going to actually compare that to, I believe that's the 9700K, which is a popular gaming chip. So definitely. Hey, what's up, Retro Man? All right, so here it starts to dive a little bit deep into it. This is a comparison based off of the 3D Fire Strike physics. That's actual CPU tests. And so we're talking about CPUs here. And the Intel Core i7-9750H has basically been like your go-to top of the line notebook processor from Intel. 6 cores, 12 threads, 45 watts. But as you can see here, they're comparing the Ryzen 7 4800H to the i7-9700K desktop, which is just 8 cores, 8 threads at 95 watts. But as you can see, that's a pretty big difference when you're comparing a notebook processor to an actual desktop processor. So this is the major reason here is where I'm looking forward to this. So definitely just keep that in mind. Also creation performance. So basically I think here they are actually Cinebench R20. And you could just definitely see the difference in the amount that you're able to get with the actual new chips. And again, until we get these in hand, you definitely, you could take the percentages and stuff like that with a grain of salt. Let's see here. And then they have just some more tests. I'm not gonna dive too deep into that. Resident series. Oh, now this is important because I actually use Adobe Premiere. So if we was looking at 4K video to 1080p video encoding with Adobe Premiere in the 4800H compared to the 6 core 12 thread i7-9750H. This is 25% difference, so that's a big deal. Now, I'm not gonna go too deep into Threadripper. If you're not familiar with Threadripper, it's insane. The new stuff is insane. It's basically meant for definitely the PC enthusiasts, the people who have like crazy demands when it comes to like video editing and maybe doing movies, 8K footage, red footage, 4K stuff. But as you can see here, you got the i9-9900KS, and then this is Cinebench R20. You have the 16-core 3950X, which I still plan on getting my hands on that chip, even though I just built the 3900X. And speaking of the 3900X, with the RTX 2080 Super, I absolutely love this new build. I got a few more upgrades that I'm going to do to it, but 12 cores, 24 threads is absolutely amazing. Actually, my Cinebench score, but you know what? Tell you what, let me just pull it up. Should still be saved. I think the last score I got, here it is. Last score I got inside Cinebench was 7465. So I'm actually not that far off from the 3950X. It's 8862, and man, it's phenomenal. And when I had a 9900K at 5 gigahertz all cores, it was only like I want to say maybe around about 5200. So these scores actually blow anything that has to deal with Intel out the water. So the 24 core Threadripper, 13,000, 32 core Threadripper, 16,000. And they just announced a new 64 core, it's the 3990X, which is absolutely insane. 64 cores, 128 threads, 4.3 boost, 2.9 base, 288 total megabytes cache. 25,000 on Cinebench. I just don't know what to say. Definitely, this is a CPU that's definitely out of my price range. It's available February the 7th, and it's going for about $4,000. The entry level Threadripper, which is 24 cores, is 1,400, and then the 32 core is like 2,500, and this one is 4,000. They actually, during the conference, they compared the 3990X to Intel's 56 core dual CPU Xenon, which was like it was like $20,000 compared to 4,000. So you could kind of see the difference. So you got production warehouses, stuff like that. They'll be looking for a chip like this maybe somewhere down the line in the future. If AMD wants to send me something, I definitely do a bill, because the motherboards are like super pricey. They're like starting off at like 500 and some bucks for a TRX 40 board. So that's the AMD stuff that we have from a CPU standpoint. We're gonna move along to the other AMD news, which I've actually been excited about. We're talking about the 5600 XT. They're calling this the ultimate 1080p gaming processor, and man, let me tell you, I plan on getting my hands on this. So let's go over a couple of things here, just a few specs. We have 36 compute units, 2300 streaming processors, 7.19 teraflops, 1375 game clock, 1560 boost clock. And let me tell you something about this. I haven't had a chance to get my hands on an AMD card yet, but in the next couple of weeks, I'll be getting my hands on this to test out, do some comparisons. But I do know that the most important thing here is the actual game clock. I believe that's pretty much what's going to be important, because I think that boost clock is not the important one. I think it's the game clock. But we'll know pretty soon. But when it comes to 1080p, 6 gigs would definitely be enough for GDDR6 memory. 150 watts total power, 7 nanometer PCIe 4.0 ready. I actually like the look of the new reference board, because when the 5700 XT came out, which is AMD's top of the line Navi card right now, when that came out, it was actually a blower model. So I like the dual axle fans that they have right here. Let's see. Now, they actually comparing this card to the GTX 1660 Ti. And again, you can take these with a grain of salt. But when it comes to games like Battlefield 5, Borderlands 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, all of these are newer titles. Gears of War 5, Red Dead Redemption, Star Wars, they're pretty much seeing an average of about 20% in uplift in performance compared to the 1660 Ti. And then you have your high performance games like your Apex Legends, Fortnite, Overwatch, PUBG, Rainbow Six Siege. It's a 10% performance gap in between the 5600 XT and the 1660 Ti. So it looks like it's going to be a great card. Definitely going to be looking forward to it. There's been some other changes and stuff that's coming along with the new Navi cards, Radeon Boost, anti-lag, stuff like that. So we'll definitely get a chance to review all this stuff with the new cards pretty soon. And we have AIB cards from the different manufacturers: ASRock, Asus, Gigabyte, MSI, Power Color, Sapphire, XFX. I like this MSI card that they have here. It looks like their Gaming X model. MSI makes some great stuff. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting my hands on something. This is released on January the 21st. So again, that's in a couple of weeks. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. So that is the AMD Navi news. So definitely hit me down in the chat. Let me know if you plan on, or if you already have a Navi card, if you plan on getting one. I definitely will be reviewing that on the channel. Let's see here. So the next thing that we got on the list is going to be, yeah. So if you follow me on Instagram, I actually I reposted a video from Asus where they were showing some snippets of the 360 hertz 1080p G-Sync monitor, Rock's Swift 360 from Asus and NVIDIA. Man, hey, what's going on, Level 1 Online? If you haven't heard about this monitor, let me tell you something. The highest refresh rate monitor that I've used was the Alienware 240 hertz. It's a popular monitor, and it was absolutely amazing. I couldn't get used to having it as my main monitor, because I only had a 1080p screen. And if you don't know, I have two monitors that I use every day. I have a 27-inch 1440p. That's the Asus PG279Q. I absolutely love that monitor. That's where I do majority of my gameplay. Also edit pictures and video and stuff on that monitor. But I also have a MSI, what is it? It's an Optics Mag 24C. It's 144 hertz. The PG279Q is 165 hertz. I did a video on that monitor. If you want some more info on it, you could check on my video playlist. You'll see the actual review of the Asus PG279Q. But the 1440, but the Optics Mag series, the Mag 24C, that is a VA panel. The PG279Q is an IPS panel. And but with this new Asus, Clay, I'm not for sure. I haven't seen a price for it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's an Asus monitor, 360 hertz, the world's first. It's probably going to end up being maybe $400 or $500. I'm thinking probably. And it's probably going to end up being a TN panel. And because TN panels have typically, we've seen them have the quickest response time. And so 360 hertz is probably where that came from. I do know the higher refresh rate that you have, the smoother your gameplay, especially when you're probably seeing games like CSGO, Rainbow Six Siege, and stuff like that, where every frames per second counts. So if you're not familiar with refresh rates, this particular monitor is 1080p. It's 24.5 inch, which I actually think that 24 inches is a great screen size, because especially when it comes to like your fast-paced games, like Apex Legends and stuff like that. I actually, even in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, when I'm doing like the multiplayer, I actually use that monitor. I use my 24-inch monitor instead of my 27-inch, and that's just because the 24-inch you can see everything all at once. On a 27-inch, sometimes I kind of find myself looking, maybe from the left to the right, stuff like that, instead of just being able to look straight on. So, I think they know what they're doing when they're talking about that. But, yeah, I don't know the price yet, but I'm assuming it's probably going to be between $400 or $500. That's where I am going to, just go ahead and place my bets on that. So when the real price comes out, I'm not in like sticker shock. But I definitely plan on getting one, because two things that you're going to need for a monitor like this: fast processor, fast graphics card that's going to be able to keep up and to be able to push out those frame rates. So keep that in mind. You're definitely going to need something like a probably, I'm thinking in my mind, probably a 2080, RTX 2080, or better. And you're probably going to need at least something that probably has 8 cores. It's getting up to around about 5 gigahertz. You may be able to get away with a 8700K, because the boost clock on those still gets up, to like 4.7 gigahertz, stuff like that. So keep that in mind. You're going to definitely need something to push those type of frame rates at 1080p. All right. So moving along, I do know that you definitely, I think one of the biggest changes, when I had my 75 hertz monitor and then I went up to 144 hertz, it's unbelievable. Going from 144 hertz to 165 hertz, you won't see the difference. 165 or 144 to 240 hertz, you may be able to see a small difference. So I know it's people out there that say that you can't tell the difference, or the human eye and all that different type of stuff, but really, it's about the experience. And if you're like super competitive, then you may be able to see the difference with 360 hertz. So I'm looking forward to it. All right. So next thing that we got up on the list, let's see what we got down here. Oop, that's not it. Nope, not it. Oh man, tell me I didn't. Didn't delete it. I got deleted it. I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and just pull it up. Elgato, because there's a couple of things I wanted to show you all. It's the Elgato 4K. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, so this right here is actually going to be pretty dope. So this, they announced this at CES 2020. It's the Corsair reveals the Elgato 4K60S Plus. It's a capture card. It's an external capture card that you can actually either plug in using a computer, or you can actually plug this in directly. Yeah, I know. I mean, my email is crazy, man. My emails are crazy, man. I got a lot of emails, man. But yeah, you can either plug this directly into got thrown off. So yeah, you can plug this directly into a Xbox One X or a PlayStation 4. We got the new consoles that's coming out this year. You could plug this directly into it, and you could actually record directly to a SD card with the HEVC compression. And that compression is actually used by the iPhone if you have one. for, you know, like your 4K 60 videos and stuff like that. So it saves a lot of space, but man, this is going to be pretty awesome. I think this is going to cost around about $400. But what's cool about this is definitely one, you'll be able to get 4K 60 footage that you can record and upload directly to YouTube without having the use of a computer. If you don't have one at the time, so if you're doing like a competition event, stuff like that, you could take this along with you and you could definitely be able to upload that footage. Or if you was just using a computer, let's say you don't have any PCIe slots to have a traditional, let's say you don't have any PCIe slots to have a traditional capture card, then you could use something like this. Now the actual capture card, and maybe down here somewhere, here we go. So the one that I am going to pick up for myself, because I'm going to build a second computer, I'm going to throw the 4K 60 Pro into that, and so I could be able to capture any of my gameplay footage, or maybe I do tutorials and I'm going into the BIOS and stuff like that. You'll be able to see that. So definitely looking forward to that. Hey, what's up, Keo? So I'm definitely looking forward to, you know, getting this. And I may also think about getting the actual 4K 60S Plus, because yeah, you know, we do reviews, we do tech stuff on here, man. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. This is just something to throw into the stable. I do know, is it worth $400? Probably not. But I do know the 4K 60 Pro, this capture card that that you plug into the to your motherboard, that's actually going for like $250 right now. So that's pretty dope. Another thing I want to show you all was something that they announced was the Elgato. This is the 4K. Nope. It's the light. I think it's the Air. There it is, right here. All right. Now they have two key lights. So you got the regular one here. This is actually what I'm currently using right now, and I love it because you can actually go down here and you can actually change the color temperature. I can actually cut the light off. See, everything just went dark. And then I cut this back on, and I can change the brightness. I can use an app on the phone to do this, and I can also, again, change the colors and stuff like that. So this is pretty dope. Elgato has some slick stuff, man. Don't sleep on them. I promise you. Do not sleep on them. But I'm actually looking forward to the actual key light Air. It's a little bit smaller than a regular key light. I paid maybe around about $180 for the regular key light, but the key light Air is a little bit smaller and it has a stand. And so I was thinking about, once I make some more changes to the setup, I'm thinking about definitely getting one of these or maybe two of these to actually light up, you know, the setup and doing live streams and stuff like that. So that's pretty dope. I think this is going for about $129. So they announced this. So keep that in mind. One of the other things, I think one of the last things I definitely want to go over tonight during the live stream. Yeah, man, it's a nice feature, Keo. One of the different things I want to go over was some of the new stuff that they have from Corsair. And Corsair actually owns Elgato now, so I don't know why they've made all these different changes, but they're like buying up everybody. But it's the Corsair A500. So if you are into air coolers, then you definitely probably want to check out this new air cooler from Corsair that they announced. It's the A500 dual fan CPU cooler. It's $100. Now Dark Rock has some other air coolers that's for either around about the same price or cheaper. They have a slim version of their stuff that's around like $64. But I actually like this. I like the design. If you can see it here, the two fans that they're using is actually the ML120s, which are known. They actually use those same fans on their coolers, on the AIOs. And they're known for definitely providing a lot of airflow. They provide a lot of airflow, and they also, they're pretty quiet. And so, I don't know, let's talk about watching the video. Well, we're not going to watch the video, but What's pretty cool about it is that I don't think they haven't done like, air coolers in a long time. So they stick with their liquid coolers, and man, this is pretty dope. So in this particular case, they got the intake fans coming in. They got one ML fan that's pulling it through. Then they got the exhaust that's coming out the back here. Then they got another exhaust fan here, another exhaust fan on the top. So yeah, man. So if you want to definitely check those out, I plan on picking up one of these along the way because we're gonna do some more builds all year on the channel. So I definitely, of course, everything. Yeah, the A500. I don't know why they call it that, but yeah, I don't know why they do that. But here's another cool feature here, and this actually talks about making the actual adjustments to the fan. So it looks like you could just slide them up and down. So based on the actual height of your memory modules, you could definitely be able to make those adjustments. The only thing I don't like about air coolers is the fact that if you have RGB RAM, it covers them up. So, which means that you either have to get like one of those slim profiles or, something like this. If you're not into the RGB RAM, then, this doesn't matter. But I'm pretty sure it does a pretty good job at cooling and stuff like that. So, yeah, you could check that out. Now, last but not least, the other thing I want to show you from Corsair, I actually like their all-in-one coolers. And let me see if I can pull them up. CPU coolers. They actually have a new lineup. So when I had my 9900K, I was using the H115i Platinum. That's a 280 millimeter cooler. And it was RGB, but now they have these right here are all new. This is new along with the A500. These are new. So if you're definitely in the market, the H115i RGB Pro XT is new. And if we click here, this is a 280 millimeter cooler. So both fans are 140 millimeters. These things work, man. They work great actually. And they're looking at the actual performance difference between the XT cooler and the air cooler. Obviously, depending on what you're doing, you're definitely going to see a drop in temperature. But if you read the fine print, it says that at 100% load. So I know they're using the Threadripper 3970X. I'm not sure if that also means that the fan speed on the cooler is going to be 100% as well, which 100% is going to be, you're definitely going to hear it. So most of the time, most people don't run their fans on the cooler at 100%. That'd be 2200 RPM. So you're definitely going to hear that. But yeah, these are some pretty good coolers, man. Even if you wanted to pick you up, if you have the right case, you can pick you up the 150i RGB Pro XT. That's 360 millimeters. That's 360 millimeter cooler. And then you have the H100i RGB Pro. That's 240 millimeter cooler. So yeah. Level 1 online. That's funny, man. So yeah, that's just some of the few items that I definitely want to go over. When it came to some of the cool stuff that I thought that it was showing at CES. There's some other stuff. There's some new cases that are coming out, especially from Lee, that I'm definitely looking forward to reviewing and doing. Actually, there's one case, and I just showed this to you right now. It's the Lee Land Cool 2. Actually, this particular case is pretty cool to me. Let's see. And it's a couple of reasons why this is pretty cool. This was actually announced before CES, but I'm pretty sure they had it there. But I like it because both of the panels on each side is glass. It's see-through, and also they have the bottom panels you could definitely open up, and man, it just has some cool features, and it's only $89. You can actually get this from Micro Center right now for $89, and I plan on picking up one, and we're going to review the case and stuff like that. And so I got a follow-up video that's going to be coming up from my the build that I just did for Knight Rider 2.0. So be looking forward to that's going to be going up on the channel sometime later on this week. I had to make some changes to my microphone, actual lavalier, because I was supposed to did this follow-up video earlier this week, but we didn't get a chance to do that. But had to get some stuff for my lavalier microphone and stuff like that. And so the follow-up video for Knight Rider 2.0, I definitely going to be going into some benchmarks, gameplay, what I like about the build, temps, what I didn't like about the build and the case and stuff like that. But I absolutely love the system, and I'm looking forward to doing some more future builds. We are definitely going to be giving away a computer this year, I promise you. That's one of the goals I have on the channel, is to actually give away my first computer. So we're going to be doing that. We are growing. I think not too long ago, we just crossed over to 2,000 subs. We are like right at, if I click here, and let's just take a look. Go to 100. Yeah, so we are right at almost 2,300 subs. So once we get to 3,000 subs, I'm going to be doing another giveaway, and I definitely keep my lips closed to what that's going to be. You just got to find out. So make sure that you stay subscribed. Make sure that you stay subscribed, and definitely hit the bell, and hit the like button, share the channel. I'm definitely looking forward to what you talking about down in the comments, Kyo. When you see it, yeah, man. Look, I'm trying to provide some more CES coverage because it is pretty empty out there on YouTube, man. It's only a few tech channels like Paul's Hardware, Gamers Nexus. It's a couple other people. That's actually providing some content and stuff like that. So just keep your eyes peeled. Again, once we hit 3,000 subs, I'm definitely going to be doing another giveaway. And man, I'm looking forward to providing some of the best content, man. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with a brother tonight. Man, I can't, I always appreciate the support. So again, share this video, hit like, help me out on the YouTube algorithm, man. And the bell definitely helps. Yeah, it helps, man. So, but I appreciate everybody, and have a good night. I see y'all in the next video. Peace.